The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
So me tell you that they love you, but you got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, City of Hope, Fine Threads, The Free National Movement, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Master, Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Here's how you can become a Talking Head. Brought to you by BTC.
Though you're working so hard, they want to treat you like Botu.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Tuesday, November 4th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty, Love, and Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. And one time for Mr. Producer with the mix on the sweepers. I've heard music mixed before, but I never heard the sweepers mixed. That's talent right there.
That was pretty good, right?
That's talent. That's what I'm saying. That is talent right there. Now, here's the deal. It is Tuesday. We have lots to talk about. I mean, lots. And MJ and I are going to get into it, but obviously we want you part of the conversation. You're a talking head, and if you want to be part of the convo, here's how.
Here's how you can become a Talking Head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4259, 325-4316. Toll free in any one of the Family Islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-20. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh new smart talk all day right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right, real quick, let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Naughty, what's up?
What's going on, Mystery Dolphin?
I really call you to bash you on your loss last night, but I'll wait for the sports hour, okay?
Okay, but Mystery,
yeah.
Your whatever you can tell me, I'm just going to give you a preview of the 5 o'clock hour. Whatever you can tell me about my crappy Cowboys last night won't hurt me. Do you see who we traded for today?
Oh, no, I didn't get that. What's that?
Check me in the 5 o'clock hour. I'll break it down for you, and I'll tell you why it's a happy day in Dallas. Trust me.
Well, I believe me and you have the same record, right?
No. We have 5 Super Bowls. Y'all have 2.
No. I'm not talking past. I'm speaking current.
No.
Speaking season.
Right, so tell me your record right now.
We win 2 games. Y'all win 2.
No,
Y'all win 3.
we are 3-5-1, and take that tie and stick it in your blowhole, wannabe Dolphin. See me in the 5 o'clock hour.
Let me ask you a question, though, Naughty.
Yes.
You ever had Cleaver on your show?
He calls in all the time. Great contributor.
Man, listen, man. I listened to Cleaver earlier on the other show, man. That guy has a lot of knowledge. He has something.
Yeah, man. Sharp dude. And he put for the Lakers, too. That's why he all right with me.
He's very knowledgeable. Try to get him on the show, man. I tired of hearing him from the background. You see what I'm saying?
All right. We'll see what we can do, Mystery. All right? You know, you one of the day ones, A1s from day one, so we'll take that into consideration for sure. And I'm sure with what MJ and I are about to talk about today, you'll hear Cleaver chime in. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. Good stuff, man. But hit me up in the 5 o'clock. We'll be talking sports. And Pearlie will be there, too. So, you know, holler at us. We'll chop it up. Now, we can probably go over a little bit into the 5 o'clock.
You're already planning to go over.
And we got another call, too, so let's grab that now real quick. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty and MJ. Doing good. I hope you're all doing well as well. Listen, I just want to call in just for 2 seconds, and my 2 seconds is, listen, the intelligentsia in this country, based on the last show, and as the previous caller alluded to, you know, we have a lot of brilliant people who truly care about this country and what's going on in this country. And to see that the masses, you know, where the intelligence resides, the masses have this Kool-Aid that they've been drinking. They can't see that we are fighting for what is best for this country and not for personalities and parties. It really hurts the mind and hurts the heart to know that this is the way our country is, and they still out here singing about political parties and personalities. It doesn't benefit them none because they are not getting wealthy. But the same ones who they are praising is getting all the wealth, and they just satisfied with it. What's wrong with our people? But you know, I can listen to the rest, and I can chime back in later when the meat really gets spicy enough for me to call back in. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem, man. It's coming up, Jeff. Just pace yourself. We got lots to talk about. We want you to chime in, and obviously, big part of the conversation are the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. And a big headline in today's Guardian. Pickstock, I wasn't casting blame. PLP candidate says Golden Isles deserves to be served well at local level. Okay, well, listen. I can put it in terms you should be familiar with. Not that you ever probably produced one, but you heard a lot about them. What come first, the chicken or the egg? Well, what is it, Mr. Pickstock? Are you laying blame on your dearly departed colleague, Mr. Vaughn Miller? Are you actually talking bad about the dead? Or are you talking about the administration that you wish to serve as a potential MP one day?
Remind me of what he said, please. I've been a bit under the weather, so I think I may have missed his comments.
All right, in the Guardian today, story by Rachel Scott. The Progressive Liberal Party's PLP candidate for the Golden Isles by-election said on Monday his claim that his constituency has been neglected was not intended to cast blame on the government. After he nominated on Friday, Pickstock said, people are not asking for the world. They are just asking for someone who listens, who shows up, and who gets things done. In a new statement, he said, for the record, I'm grateful for the opportunity to reiterate this assertion and to emphasize that my point is the one about responsibility rather than blame. Public service means offering solutions to problems, not pretending that issues and challenges do not exist. As per the press release I read yesterday.
Right.
On the heels of our editorial in The Guardian. So
it was an inference that, you know, the last member of parliament for Golden Isles wasn't doing a great job. I guess that's the
inference. And if it wasn't him, then it's an inference to your party who's been the administration for the last 4 years.
Right.
So either the MP, the late Vaughn Miller, Lord bless the dead, didn't get it done, or this administration didn't empower the late MP, Mr. Vaughn Miller, to get it done.
Curious case, particularly since Mr. Miller did serve in the Davis cabinet. So I don't know. I don't know how things would be dramatically different if the party itself isn't interested in getting into some of these constituencies and getting some of these things done.
But I don't know. But when you add to it like this, Pickstock, a former senator, told party supporters after he nominated that residents have been ignored and that he is offering real progress. I'm tired of people being ignored. That's why I'm running, he said. Well,
who ignored them?
Who've been ignoring you?
Yeah.
Why do they feel ignored?
Absolutely be true, but it's, you know, it's a condemnation on the party that's in power right now, because
it really
they
is.
would have been the ones with the appropriate authority and the resources of the state to get things done in that constituency. So,
and they didn't.
If there is a blame to go around, it would start there.
It would start there.
And I don't think he misspoke. You know, I think he honestly feels this way. Now, they're going to tell him to kind of walk it back a little bit because the optics are terrible. So on the one hand, you're right. Are you blaming a recently passed MP, or are you blaming your party? So, yeah, you're going to have to...
This was the statement from yesterday.
Have to read that.
All right, but yeah, we touched on it. It's basically the same thing that is said in the article. But at the end of the day, you know, you look at it and you wonder, is it like a texter texted in yesterday? Naughty, was that denial or correction?
But if we're being honest, a lot of times they're saying these things because it's just rhetoric. Like, you get on the campaign trail and you make these promises and you just spew rhetoric, and sometimes you don't really sit down and think deeply about what it is you're saying.
This, you know, not that I'm picking, but I'm just looking at recent events. This has Kingsley Smith Part 2 written all over it.
It's just all
West
rhetoric.
End
We're going to do this.
Bimini,
We're going to do that. No one was
it.
doing it for you before, without realizing, well, wait, we're the nobodies that were not doing it before. So, yeah, that's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll explain it, but as he goes door to door at Golden Isles, exactly what he can do differently that a former minister in the Davis cabinet could not get done.
Very interesting headline. Government signs a $75 million loan agreement for upgrades of health facilities.
Which ones?
The Public Hospital Authorities, PHA, yesterday announced that the government signed a $75 million CIBC-led syndicated loan agreement to modernize key health facilities, which will include upgrades at Princess Margaret Hospital and the completion of the Freeport Health Campus.
Are they going to get the situation with the food at Princess Margaret resolved?
And of course, for a photo op, Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Shaky Darville.
The kitchen, the food.
No, this investment is about delivering modern, equitable, world-class healthcare for Bahamians, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Shaky Darville said yesterday. We are completing major projects in Grand Bahama and modernizing Princess Margaret Hospital so patients receive the care they deserve close to home. Nothing about the food.
Well, I'll check on that because that's super weird. That's one of the things that we've heard about time and time. So many listeners and callers and texters have told us about the situation with the food.
And I'm sure they're going to text
system at the hospital. And I can't see how that couldn't be high on the list of priorities. I mean, can we all admit that it's absolutely atrocious, the situation with the food at our number one hospital? Public hospital?
Somebody got some explaining from the videos that I've seen circulating and been sent to me. That grits is bricky. You could patch walls with that.
But to not have the,
you hit somebody in the head with that grits, right there. That's a grade 3 concussion.
And just not to denigrate the sources of the food because we do appreciate whatever you're doing to help the situation.
No, listen,
but the fact of the matter is that should be something that a hospital is able to do.
The food quality isn't in question. I'm saying the food quality suffers when you have to take it from Oaksfield, allegedly, to Shirley Street, yeah. Princess Margaret.
No, for sure.
I mean, let's look at it, all right? Police killing justified, coroner's jury rules. A police officer was justified in fatally shooting a mentally ill man who charged him while wielding a cutlass. A coroner's jury ruled yesterday. Assistant Superintendent Sands gunned down a 43-year-old Jermaine Mins on November 15, 2018. Sands was one of 2 officers who responded to a complaint about a man who was threatening passers-by with a cutlass by a fruit stand near the Fox Hill police station. According to testimony, Minnis ignored commands to drop his weapon and instead charged the officers while swinging the cutlass, putting them in fear of their lives. That's when Sands shot at the assailant and killed him.
Yeah, rough times. That's one of the things I did hope that this administration would have leaned in more with the wellness part of the health and wellness, because we all knew that coming out of the pandemic that mental health care would be a high priority, right? And I'm sure they've been doing some work, but there's so much more to do. And I just feel as though not enough has been done. You know what I mean? We see an uptick in suicides. We see an uptick in drug use and abuse with our kids and our teens and stuff. So what does that look like 5 years from now? If you have a generation that's hooked on whatever drugs it is that they're taking, these vapes, these other kinds of things.
Everything's synthetic.
Where are we going to be 5 years from now? So I'm hoping, and maybe this is something that'll be prioritized in the next administration, that the wellness part of the health and wellness is really, kind of focused on, because we need it.
And then to the other part of that equation, I would like to see the body cams introduced and implemented, and for us to have tangible evidence from those body cams, for them to be used for what they're for in cases like this, so we could actually see exactly what transpired. Not that I'm saying there's any doubt about this case in question,
right,
but
and it's something like that, because you're dealing with someone with potential mental health issues, I would think that upon request, the family, the next of kin, would be able to view that.
Correct.
It isn't something that because I believe Bahamians, we become some real looky-loos. So much so that sometimes we don't even intervene in situations we should. We just kind of look and watch and film, and that does have its place. But yeah, we don't have to look at every little police involved killing, as long as the processes and the protocol. You were dealing with someone, obviously, who may be dealing with mental health issues. The family seeing it, to me, would be sufficient. If they're comforted and
right,
convinced that was the turn of events.
And some people will tell you, just from a taxpayer standpoint, if we paid for this equipment, we need to be seeing it in use and get to a point like in the States where cities, towns, municipalities or whatever they are, they actually have to show police involved.
But we have no
footage.
reason to think that didn't happen in this case.
No, I'm not saying it didn't, but I'm saying if we have this equipment, we need to make sure that we have more usage of it, and that citizens know that it's being used.
That may be why the coroner came to that particular conclusion.
Correct.
And perhaps the family saw it,
U.S. donates $30,000 in relief supplies to Red Cross after Melissa.
Good stuff.
And like I said, just continue to pray for the Thompson family in that Sac tragedy as well.
Is the new U.S. ambassador here yet, Mr. Walker?
Well, when he gets here, I've been promised by corporate and by legal that they're going to work on that interview.
All
They
right.
promised me that interview, so that's all good.
All right.
All right, so let's check some text real quick, and then we'll get to this call. Then we'll get. I've always heard that you can buy the best bread from PMH, so why is the grits off? Boy, listen, the bread at the PMH was legendary at one time. Remember you saw people fighting for the bread in PMH?
I don't recall that.
Well,
No,
apparently,
I never bought
urban
bread.
legend, Bahamian legend,
Uh-huh.
they used to bake bread at the PMH back in the
Okay.
day. And
Okay.
apparently the bread was
How
legendary.
long ago was this?
Text hit us back with how long they've been doing it. They've been
Yeah.
going on for a while. So much so that at the, I guess at the dawn of the internet or early on in the internet days,
Really? 'Cause
social media
you know,
sharing.
my sister's a doctor who used to work down there at PMH.
So people got in a fight
So
over
she
the
never
bread.
told me about this world
But
famous, and she
apparently
knows
they had
that.
hospital bread that was off
What?
the chain.
Interesting.
Naughty, did you hear the cleanup on aisle 3 regarding the comments by Pickstock done by Chester Cooper? Something like that, Dexter. Something
Yeah,
like that.
we
Exactly.
could pull the quotes.
Golden Hour sounds like a quid pro quo to try win the seat. Ah, boy, you're on the road today on a Tuesday. Normally you'll get like this on
Of
a
course,
Wednesday
I
or
would
Friday.
expect someone senior to step in and try to guide. He's a newbie,
Mm-hmm.
so he's just putting his foot in his mouth and in a lot of different scenarios. But yeah, I would expect Mr. Cooper to step in. It's so ironic though. Do you recall back in I want to say it was 2017 when Chester Cooper, our deputy prime minister, was one of the ones that said, "Listen, the reason why the PLP lost is because we didn't acknowledge a lot of the mistakes we made. We weren't forthright. We didn't, correct some things. We were not down to helping more people." I think, fast forward, almost a decade later, and it's more like, okay, status quo, this is how we have to go. Because what Mr. Pickstock was saying about the people in Golden Isles being neglected isn't necessarily false. They just don't want it attributed to them, when in fact it should
But
be
it is.
attributed
Right
to the
on them.
PLP.
Keep that right on their plate. Heavy
It
as the
should
head,
be.
it bears the crown.
It should be.
See, a lot of people fail to realize the previous administration was dealt with for their shortcomings. They were fired. So that's done.
Right.
That's in the equivalent of, of wrestling. You lost the championship match. You're done. The champion continues. Now the champion got to take the pressure. And
And
in
I'm
this case,
reminded, people talk about how we're unable to implement certain plans because we don't allow administrations to do, in recent times, to go back to back, right? Like we keep firing administrations. But I actually think the alternative is a little bit more dangerous, which is that you allow them to mistreat you for 5 years, ignore you, because transparency is a huge thing in democracies. And any administration that is not all on board for transparency, that is problematic. You cannot reward that with more time to be less transparent.
thank you.
So,
I'm glad you clarified it. Because at first, when you said the alternative was a little more dangerous, I was like, Jesus, not the COI. But then, you got me very scared with that. But thank you for clarification. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, can I say good afternoon to the nation and you guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. Secondly, can I express my discomfort in the fact that you don't know, there's 85% of the country that calls this show that's on cell phones all the time. You and the young lady and most other talk shows, y'all could collaborate and, talk at all times. But when you get a call, most of the time people are calling off their phone. But I called in concerning the shooting with the police officer.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I wanted to put a question to you on what you think about it, but on the mental health issue. Because if a man wielding, I wouldn't call it a deadly weapon, because I've disarmed people coming at me with cutlasses before by my hand. Do you think that killing this person was necessary? Couldn't they just shoot him in the leg or shoot him in the arm? Why do they be wasting all our shots at the fire range, practicing to be precise shooters, and you couldn't shoot him any place else than someplace vital to kill him? And I want to express my I'm concerned that the police are not out here for young men, and most of these fellas in these uniforms are bloodthirsty monsters.
All right. You want
Okay,
me to
thank-
answer
thank
now,
you.
I don't know how
caller?
to solve
Thank-
a case.
All right, couple of things, caller, and I'm gonna let MJ get into it. But as far as I'm concerned, first of all, I appreciate you calling. When you do call, my little suggestion would be tell the producer that you're on a cell phone. Then that way I could get a sign that you're on a cell phone, and I'll try come to you ASAP. Because right now, all I see in front of me is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 lines, and out of them 12 lines, 11 glowing in my face. So I don't know if you're on cell phone, landline, or whatever. But I would suggest to you, when you call next time, say, hey, tell Naughty I'm on a cell phone, and I'll get to you
But I
ASAP.
always do, and I did tell this gentleman, the producer, this time too, that I was on a cell phone.
You know what? We could go back to old school radio. We'll put a block where we take just the calls.
Right, and we could do that
Yeah,
too.
we'll do that.
But we'll work it out.
Thank
now.
you so much.
But now, the second thing in relation to your question, first of all, I agree that we do need to look at mental health in this country in more detail and apply more assistance to those who need it. Bahamas Police Force does a great job for the most part, protecting the streets.
Yeah,
There are incidents every day. Just like I call for the body cam, I can say a suggestion would be non-lethal bullets. So if
Absolutely.
you see a person that seems to be mentally challenged or having an issue mentally, instead of using lethal rounds, use the non-lethal rounds to subdue them and then obviously take them into custody. Now, as far as outside of that, if they're on the street and you seem to be in your working faculties and you come in at an officer and he's in fear of his life, we know what normally the outcome is globally in
Yeah.
those
You should get
instances.
it.
Yeah,
Now,
it's justified.
Even a normal civilian has the right to protect his life.
correct.
Yes.
Said and yes, I agree that in some cases, some bad apples try to spoil the whole bunch, and there have been incidences where we've seen the coroner's court involved, and it hasn't been justifiable. So at least we got to commend the coroner's court, today's coroner court, for actually making those decisions and saying some of these cases are non-justifiable police shootings, because for years it's always been saying, hey, it was a police-involved shooting. Taken into detail, I agree with you. Each individual incident should have its own separate account and record. And if somebody mentally challenged is involved, I would suggest using non-lethal force rather than lethal force to rectify the situation.
Yeah, I can't
so
add anything to that. I think that's absolutely right.
And if somebody doesn't produce lethal arms, I don't think that you should come at them with lethal force, because you are trained physically in combat.
Now, if
close
they're
combat.
unarmed, and that's a totally different ball game,
Yeah.
Carl, and that's why I'm insisting on the body cams and the body cam footage being available, and we the citizens see where our taxpayer dollar goes in relation to that, as far as similar to the United States and Canada, where counties, towns, and municipalities have to show police-involved shootings.
Yeah.
The families involved, but just for the record to see that it was done correctly and the taxpayer dollar was spent wisely.
Spent properly.
Yes.
So.
But
Thank
good stuff.
Thank you so much.
I would like one more thing before I leave, and I say that to say, and I brought the topic up to say that I watch injustice being done to young men every day, all day in this nation. Instead of targeting these young men, they already target themselves. Like, they always talk about women's rights and how to help women and children, but these young men need help out here just as well. And then when as a young man, we can't even go to a police station with a complaint and get justification in almost no matters. And then people ask, well, why is the violence out there? Because the young men know that they can't go to the police and get no help.
Now, caller, what I want you to do is, we in silly season, right? And when they come knocking on your door,
Thank you.
and they come
Thank you,
promising
caller.
you this and that, the same statement that you just made at the end there regarding young men on this road and what they're going through, you tell whoever it is, I don't want to hear promises.
Fix it.
I want you to give me a solution on this and what y'all are prepared to do to help young men in this situation. And tell your neighbors to do it. Tell the young men in the community to do it. And when they come through, that is something that they're going to you can hold them accountable for moving forward if they get elected, that you need to remember to take care of us. You promised to do so. And if they don't, then you got me and MJ in this platform to let people know they need to follow up and do what they need to do. Next call, Talking Heads. Talking Heads. All right, hit us back, caller. I guess.
Do you remember the movie City of God? We talk about it a lot, about the
The
about
original version,
the original
done
version
in Brazil that
back
won the
in the
actual
day in
award,
Brazil.
not
Right.
the redone Netflix version when they
And it really
tried
talks
to
about
make it English.
yeah,
you gotta watch it with the
talks about
subtitles.
violence, poverty, and the big focus in that movie for us was the runs.
The
right?
runs?
Because we always said the runs should have been the focal point of government, of a lot of the intervention. Because if you don't affect these young men when they are young men,
When they runs, when they
when
itty
they're
bitty.
runts,
Then
then
what we call the puppy dog poo poo and pant. Oh, it's so cute, like puppy dog poo. Then.
you will find that things get progressively worse.
And that's
over
why
time.
I've advocated over the years, and MJ supported it, and we've been involved in youth sports. Get them young. Get them on a better track, on a different track. And we've lost too many, like you said, the run stage from that movie.
That's
the
a great
glaring thing
movie.
that jumped out. Brazil did not pay attention at the time to those young people. They tried to fix the generation that was freaking out and the one after them. It was, no, you got to go
So
2 and
many
3
things.
generations and go back and catch them at an early stage and prevent them from turning in to what they become.
I would recommend
because
that
the
movie.
favelas over there are a dangerous,
favelas are
dangerous,
crazy.
dangerous place. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Yeah, good afternoon, Naughty. Good afternoon, MG.
Good afternoon.
Is this Cleaver?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can
See,
you
I
get the
told
voice
your
now?
fans that that you would chime in, and what I need you to do, Cleaver, give producer your number so MJ and I can contact you. So one of these Fridays when we do the weekend review, you could come on and do the weekend review with us.
You have
Okay, no
an
problem, Naughty.
invitation.
I'll do that.
But you got to answer some tough Laker questions with the sports. All right, that's all I got to say.
Oh boy.
Not a problem. You got to prepare yourself for moments like this,
Yeah, man. So what you got?
Unlike the politician. They just wake up one morning and say they want to run. But Naughty, I was listening to that caller who called in about mental health issues. Very, 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 very important.
Yeah.
But what is equally important? For the police to be given the proper gear to deal with situations such as this.
Yep.
Correct.
Right now, and to the caller, unfortunately, and I agree with you, but the police were trained to shoot to kill. That's how they're trained. Shoot to kill, not to injure. So if they shoot at you and they end up hitting you in your leg, you need to drop on your knees and thank God.
Because they wasn't aiming for your leg.
Their intention was to kill you. That's where we are. Now, we have all sorts of mechanisms, Developed countries use them. You have mace, you have rubber bullets, you have all these other things.
Pepper spray.
But the politicians just prefer to use guns and ammunition, But then, Naughty, looking at where we are as a country, right? Go nowhere. No matter which color we elect, we're not going nowhere. Because common sense and intelligence are not prerequisites for us voting, nor for us testing to see whether these people who would be elected to the highest elected office in the land have common sense and intelligence. They want us to elect them from rallies, cracking jokes, while we stand up getting drunk, listening to them. Imagine, I sure you had to
And
do...
some of them jokes ain't that funny.
No, it's not that funny. Right now I become very angry, because yes, there is room for political live debate. You got to entertain and rally up your base. But you also need political live debate.
Right.
Correct.
And it's just embarrassing to see that these political leaders, now I don't expect nothing from the present prime minister. He's going on 80. But the leader of the opposition, who happens to be the leader of the party that I always support, why isn't he pushing? He's from our generation. Why isn't the leader pushing for political live debate? And I'm not talking about no leadership debate. I'm talking about they are all candidates vying for a particular constituency, debate the socio-economic issues relative to the area that they want to represent.
You
I'm
preaching
sure
to the
you will
choir,
learn.
Cleaver. Cleaver, I want you to know you preaching to the choir, okay? We got the hymn books out. We got the
I
music.
agree.
We on the same
I
page,
agree,
brother.
Naughty, but you have the mic in your hand, Naughty.
But
you can
Cleaver-
invite these people, the media, to come together.
But let
If
me
they don't do it,
let me
do
show
it.
you this, and let me be 100% so you know. I have extended the invitation to all political divides. If they choose to accept, that is fine. Okay? If they don't choose to accept,
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't
and
be
I've been
Naughty,
told
man.
outright, you take phone calls, I won't be allowed to come on your show. And that's from a couple of my PLP friends who actually are MPs, call no names so they don't catch no blame.
It's just.
But if you can't come on a show and take phone calls, I feel, and I've always felt if you do a talk show, the public has a right to ask questions and be involved because they work for us.
Yeah, but they work for us, right? But if you leave it to the behest of the politicians, we're going to be having the same thing over and over and over again. What are they hiding from us? Why should I find out that person who I vote for don't have common sense and intelligence, who cannot think critically on their feet? We don't know where they stand on any issue in the Bahamas. What are we doing?
No, you're right. I mean,
you're absolutely
we
right.
should be having debates at the constituency level.
At this stage of our political...
At this stage.
Sorry for...
I mean, Jamaica has it,
Yeah, the U.S.
Can I tell you something?
At the lowest levels.
All of us they're moving the things forward. But we stuck in the dark ages, having these persons elected, then when we find out, some of them can't count. They don't know a million have 6 zeros. They don't know, they can't pronounce words properly. You see what happened in Golden Isle with the candidate? He has all that money. He has the public push, the campaign bit, but yet he cannot formulate an opinion. Well, for example, he's trying to say that the people have been neglected. All he has to say is, look, I will not neglect you as your incoming member of parliament. End of story. But he said it back in front, and now you have the whole chaos.
And foot and mouth disease strikes again.
Believe that he is campaigning against the government. But it goes to show, you can imagine what else will be exposed if we have political live debate.
It would be interesting.
Cleve, I bet you, man. I am
it
with you.
It would be very interesting to know what they know or they don't know.
MJ, very few would want to run for public office if we have live debates. But now that they know that we don't have it, they hide behind the party label.
And you think the party is contributing to kind of hiding them, right? That's what your thought?
Of course they're
hiding them on purpose?
Every leader in the Bahamas should be calling for political live debates.
Yeah.
Every leader.
I agree.
It ain't nothing personal with me, but I value the Bahamas more than I value a political party. That's for me. I have a grandson now, so we gotta get this thing right and try and leave the Bahamas better than we met it. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff, Cleve. We'll be in touch to get you on, all right?
No problem.
All right, good stuff. So let's get to the other calls. Talking Heads. Boy, you always waiting to talk today. Boy, you always all hot up.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads.
I thought I heard of. Okay.
All right, hit us back, caller. If that was too long or I dropped. Hit us back. Let me get to some of these texts, though. And like I tell you...
Here's a good point. Like why we were talking about this leading up to the last election in 2021. And we had so many of the candidates come on and many of them said, they would love to do debates. They would not mind the debates.
But the hierarchy and the party say we ain't doing no debates.
From 2021 to the politicians we spoke to. A lot of them are now sitting MPs and sitting ministers. And so many of them agreed, yes, debates would be the way to go. It'd be wonderful. It seems like it's something that when you're in opposition, you're
I was just going to say it. Go ahead.
You're more inclined to agree to. But once you get that power, it's like, we need to have no debates.
And on another note, touching on that, just stepping on piggybacking off your point, then you're in opposition, but everybody and their grandma won't come. I'm available, I'm here, and I show up early. But boy, when you get elected in...
See, I don't want to talk anymore.
See, what had happened on my...
and that's not accountability. That is not transparency.
No. Another text coming in. But Naughty, there was a training module done by Fred Mitchell for these candidates. They should be able to speak. But who says that because the module was done by Fred Mitchell, it makes any sense? Now I'm inclined to believe because they followed that module, that's why they're suffering from foot and mouth disease.
And even though...
Maybe somebody should take the pen away from Fred or the keyboard and let him start making the manuals.
Even though Mr. Pickstock is a new candidate in terms of getting elected, he's been sitting as a senator for how many years now? How many years has he been sitting as a senator? For 4 years, right?
Right.
So it's like we have an excuse, but we don't really have an excuse. I always call the Senate a rubber stamp, and people get mad at me when I say it.
It is.
But it really does have a lot of rubber stamp qualities. And the fact that you have someone who served as a senator for 4 years that comes out and I get overly excited and talking about the last, person didn't do X, Y, Z, and you're talking about your own party. There really is no. Is there a training module that could fix that? If you've been sitting as a senator for 4 years, let's be for real.
Good afternoon, Naughty. And my favorite talk show is MJ. And yes, you still need your own show. I know you didn't mention other shows, but 10 to 12. And no, listen, I'm not going there. I'm not going there, man. How do you, Naughty and MJ, how do you reward incompetence with another term in office?
Well, that is for the electorate to decide.
And Naughty and MJ, y'all have an awesome show. Greatly
That's for
appreciate
the
it. Thanks for
electorate. And I
listening.
think that's what it comes down to. I hear all about the roads that haven't been paved for front. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good road paving because I lost like 2 tires. 2 tires over the last year. And it's crazy because it's always
breathe.
First, I got the worst time of day
Musa.
towards the evening, and now I'm
Musa.
trying to get assistance. So I love all of that stuff. But really and truly, there is so much more that has to be done, doing the small stuff. But then when I look at the big stuff, my light bill is the highest it has ever been in recorded history of the country. In recorded history of the country. And then the food costs the most it's ever cost in recorded history of the country, which is just crazy. Everything is so, like, where are we catching the break? And so I think that's a question most Bahamians will have to ask themselves. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? Your bills better? Your life better? Your ability to
As a
feed
matter
your
of fact,
family better?
Call us in Texas as we go into the 5 o'clock hour. Call in, text in, and let us know. Simple yes. No. Is your life better 4 years later? Is your life better today in 2025 than it was 4 years ago in
And
2021?
about things that you can actually compare. We're coming out of a pandemic, and so just the opening up is that's awesome, right? But the real things, the price you pay to survive, your ability to access opportunity, is that better? Because for some people it is, for some people it isn't. I think that's the question you ask yourself. And then after you answer that question, if you're not sure, then just figure out, if we continue, are you going to be better off 5 years from now?
Couple of more texts. Naughty and MJ, as long as this cursed Moses crew runs this country, we won't get no blessings. They're all cursed. And why are these folks not declaring? Also, P.S. Directors, civil servants, that's an offense. Break down the second part of that text for me, please.
The declarations, we should have those for the general election. I think everybody that's in this by-election, I saw some stuff in the paper today. I think everybody filed that stuff, which is fine. But for the general election and for those who have been skipping out on actually making proper declarations, that needs to happen leading up to the next general election. Also, file it every year on time the way you're supposed to. Not this stuff where we get it and then 5 years later, it balloons and you try to make the excuse. You want to file all in between to show us how it was growing. And all of a sudden you got all this money and you just make it like, 5 years has passed,
Okay.
Have some respect for the electorate. And then when people don't have respect for us, what are we supposed to do? Please, sir, can I have some more disrespect?
Oliver Twist?
Or do we really sit down and we say, wait, you know what?
Nice Oliver Twist reference right there.
I try. The lack of transparency, like I said, is like I just want that one administration that comes in, makes anti-corruption measures the forefront of their, like, really high on their agenda. Just that's something that you could leave behind for the next generation. A more open, more honest democracy, where we could get the information we need. That's how we hold you accountable. But if you look at us and you say, hey, I'm not prioritizing telling you anything, how you tell that to your bosses? That's not.
And we're not interested in giving you the information about your dollars, where it's going and where it's spent.
Let's be real. You hire someone to do a job, and then you say to them, hey, how did you spend my money? I want to have a little quick look-see to make sure we, together on this, on the same page. And they say, hey, man, listen, man, I doing stuff that ain't a priority for me. And then you just say, okay, no problem, and keep it moving. Like, really? That's why we're in the position we're in every couple of years where we're complaining, because we're not insisting on the people that we put in these positions being transparent and doing the things that we expect them to do. This is not a big ask, okay? To money. Tell us what is in this BPL bill. Some of these, this BPL agreement, right? Some of these things, they're getting ready to sign things for 10, 15, 25 years.
Correct.
And saying nothing
and
to the Bahamian
and who
people.
you giving generational wealth to, and who you taking generational wealth from, and who you putting a burden on for the next 2 generations.
But I want to use a word. I know I can't use it, and my mind isn't fast enough today to think of an alternate word, so I won't say it. But the gall, okay?
The unmitigated gall.
The unmitigated gall to say, no, I ain't giving you this information, but yeah, I'm your man or I'm your woman. Put me back to do it to you again. Really? Because it don't really work like that.
Let's go to these texts. Good afternoon. Even the pot cake says BTH when the DPM spew a lot of untruth.
DPM.
Okay.
I noticed the DPM is always on cleanup duty. You notice that?
For real?
Weird.
It's silly season.
Weird.
What about the Land Registry Act, the Freedom of Information? And yeah, JJ, I hope you feel better. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Permanent secretaries, directors, civil, all of them need to declare, and they don't declare, and that's an offense.
You're absolutely right.
That's our money. We need to know where it's going. Okay. I have a text here, and I think the only way I can read it is if I do my impersonation of my late great friend, Mr. Rodney Monker.
I can't read that from here, so you have to read it. I can't. I don't have my contacts in. I can't
Naughty,
read
that was years ago. MJ doesn't know about the hospital bread. She never tasted the hospital bread.
I'm mad that I did it now.
And I know Freeport has some nice bread. Do you know if she tasted the hospital bread? Well, I could tell you, Texter. MJ could bake, and she bakes great, great bread. And her bread tastes awesome. So I know Freeport is represented well with their bread. As far as the hospital, I never had the hospital bread either. Did you have the hospital bread?
Absolutely heard about it, but thank you.
Is there a place in Freeport, like how we had Model Bakery here, right down here off Shirley Street, that had great homemade bread?
My mom actually, that was back in the day when women actually men
could bake bread.
actually baked.
And
so,
I will go on.
I wasn't buying no.
I will go on,
I wasn't buying what was being made at home, sorry.
I will go on record. The Higgs family who lived out west, Ma Higgs, Lord bless her, Lord bless the dead. When I tell you the best homemade bread ever, you could smell it up by Fish Fry, and they was way down past on the beach near Go Slow Band.
So the whole loaf or just the little rolls?
No, the loaf.
I don't know how we're talking about bread.
We just wanted to answer the question.
The producer yeah. Thank you very much.
I mean, we could have talked flowers, and then we could have talked about, daffodils and dandelions, and if Rodney was here, he'd talk about pussy willows, so I mean, we'd talk about it all.
Yeah. Today is an interesting day. I don't know if you heard, but former U.S. Vice President passed away, Dick Cheney. So, and the thing is, I was watching the Cowboys game last night. Do you remember when I said to you, there's W? He was there at the game, and I thought about him, and I thought about Dick Cheney, and then I found out today that he passed away. So
when you said that,
sad stuff for the Americans. Condolences.
You thought of Dick Cheney, right? And I understand because you used to follow that and watch the whole thing play out. But when I saw W last night, you thought of Dick Cheney. I thought of the fact that man could never say the word nuclear right in not one, but two terms. And I remember the time he was on national television. Clifford, you talking about leaders being able to talk? This is why I thought George Bush had some of the best BS ever. He couldn't say nuclear. He came on TV. We are here tonight to discuss the Iraqi nuclear dangerous bomb program, and they got a lot of them.
Well, everyone knows. That's on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to tell you one thing before we get to the break.
Go ahead.
Because when we get into 5 o'clock, we can do the text, more calls, and we'll talk sports. There's something that I have to confess to you. I learned another one from our leader, Mr. Davis, Prime Minister Davis.
You learned something? Okay. Today I learned from
the Prime Minister.
Yep.
And that was a great segment you used to have on the midday show, by the way.
I need to bring
Last night, when you said, why didn't I intervene when our sons were going at it for the last 2 pieces of pizza? I wanted you to know that I learned from the PM with this whole Junkanoo fiasco that's going on. And I quote, and I don't think you heard me, but I want you to know that there's a new one thanks to the PM in my arsenal. And it's no longer, the member is not prepared to answer that question at this time.
What is it? What's the new thing now?
The new one is, don't get me in that.
Don't get you.
I don't know nothing about that. They said it was political, so now I am taking myself out of that.
The chief politician in the land, stay it out.
So get used to that one too.
So now you're just going to tell me you're in it. As our 6-foot giants fight, Lil me, should break them up. Don't get you in it.
I can only use braveisms, but when it comes to them two, I'm no longer brave. No.
We're going to take a quick break right here. You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM with Naughty and yours truly, Mary Jane. We'll be right back after the news.
You try to make the two ends meet. It's not so sweet.
What happens when your faves team up? You get an original Asiago Bacon Club. Enjoy the iconic taste of KFC's 11 herbs and spices with a bite into KFC's original recipe chicken filet layered with Asiago cheese, crisp lettuce, tomato, bacon, our signature ranch, all on a golden brioche bun. KFC's original Asiago Bacon Club is made fresh, madeable only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want to look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, want to step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Some people come and go. Others work for you every single day. Students or programs for the elderly. We've been building golden aisles for years, while others waited for their time to shine. I'm Brian Brown, and I know it is something you earned. On November 24th, vote F&M, because this time around, we're going with Brian Brown.
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations, more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies. Purchase a generator and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
So me tell you that they love you, but you got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say. And if me tell you that they need you, but you got that ulterior motive. Personality. And if me tell you that they love you, but you got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say. And if me tell you that they need you, but you got that ulterior motive. Personality. Sorry for my God, some wrong by you, yeah.
Well, we're back at you on the Tuesday, November 4th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty along with Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. Pearlie will be joining us in short order, but we got lots to talk about. And you know, I like to keep you in the know, get you where you want to go. I got a little FYI for you. Don't forget Energy, NRG, nutrition ready to go. Everybody asking me, and I got to thank my lovely wife for this, But no, you in shape. You trimmed down. You're looking good. You energy.
You put down the Jack and you picked up
Stop drinking Jack Daniels.
Uh-huh.
Cut out on all the junk food. This one or two
most of it.
One or two little things
Yeah.
MJ know they got to put that in my coffin. If
Be honest.
Certain things
Still
I
eat certain things.
still
but
eat certain things. Gummy worms.
Gummy worms.
And yeah, my guilty indulgence, Coke and a Snickers for breakfast. No, I'm joking.
Working on that Coca-Cola.
But I still have my little guilty indulgences as far as like my sweets and my soda. But for the most part, and I cut down on the sodas a lot too. But for the most part, MJ peeped me to Energy and big up to Energy and the crew, the owners and the crew down there. Great stuff. Listen, their tuna and grits is off the chain. Off the chain. Okay, their tuna sandwich is off the chain. But then they have a wide selection from breakfast right up to dinner. And you can get up to dinner. You can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Energy location at Old Fort Shopping Plaza out there at Old Fort. Then you got the Cable Beach location that does breakfast and lunch. And then you got the Palmdale location that does breakfast and lunch, open till 5 and 4:30 respectively, Cable Beach and Palmdale. Like I said, check them out. Listen, they got a chicken breast there that is off the chain.
It is so good.
And they got some brown rice that's all GWD good. And if you're like MJ and you like, I can't even say it, quinoa.
I don't eat it all the time, but I mean, I can eat it.
They got all kind of great selection on salads. All right? And the smoothies are off the chain. Listen, the Drew Barrymore is my personal favorite because it got a lot of berries in it. The Drew Barrymore. And obviously, I like the berry infusion, the antioxidants, and so on and so forth. But the Choco Joe that MJ likes is off the chain.
And the botanical green.
That's all you, baby. That's all. I love you, but that's all. That's too healthy for me.
But it is healthy. You are looking very healthy.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. And so are
Right.
you.
I was going to nominate Man Alive thing, but I got my nomination in late, and so,
Sweetie,
they crowned
I
someone
love
else
you.
today,
I love
and it
you, but
wasn't you.
listen,
I'm so sorry.
Listen.
Jonathan Bailey got it. Sorry.
From a couple of years ago, when they told me, when you submitted it, that I was like the Bahamian government tells youngsters that come home with college degrees that you're overqualified.
Right.
So you got to stay behind this old dude or old woman to have 20, 30 more years till they crop to get this position.
Right.
I knew that I would never be.
You wouldn't get your chance to be sexiest man
too
alive.
Sexy. I got it. But when you're married to the most beautiful girl in the world,
I don't think
it's all good.
I don't think the real sexiest man ever has gotten it either, though, from People Magazine. And the real no
stop.
offense.
I love
no
you,
offense.
but before we get into this, I do not. You can have your celebrity crush. It's all good.
No, I'm just. I mean, objectively.
I don't like man. So please don't get me in a conversation that is remotely close to liking man.
I'm simply saying that the most, and I think this has been scientifically proven, the most handsome guy ever is, in my opinion, Reggae John Page.
Oh.
Reggae John Page. I don't think you could get any more.
Pull up a picture of this dude because you Reggae John Page?
Yes.
What happened? His parents was two Rastafarian stoners and they named him after Reggae John and Page because they pulled a page out of a John so novel to roll up a big fat split while he was created.
I'm pretty sure.
What kind of name is Reggae John Page?
Sure his mom is from Zimbabwe.
Jesus Lord. Here it goes. Always the woman that's fought for these good looking dudes with these freaky names. Reggae John Page.
Hey,
hold on, brother.
You could pull
Mr.
up
Producer, help me, please. You think anybody? You sound like a man named Reggae John Page.
He's just
correct. Sound like they're trying to create one knockoff version of Lenny Kravitz, and Lenny done been out there, and Lenny done been sexiest man, I believe.
I like Lenny as well, but no, Reggae John Page is I think scientifically it's been proven he's like the most handsome guy ever. So he hasn't even gotten it yet. I don't think so. Yeah. Your application's in there.
Hey, note to self and put it on the list. LeBron James, Caitlin, Reggae John, Pierre Page, put him at number 3 for now.
Reggae
Put
John
him at number
Page.
3, but keep an eye on him.
The most handsome. You remember we watched the updated version of Roots? He played Chicken George in that.
Note to self.
He played Chicken, and then you didn't watch
that
Bridgerton.
dude.
You didn't watch Bridgerton.
Hold on, that dude who played Chicken George, and I said he couldn't carry the late Lou Gossett Jr.'s eggs or his jockstrap.
Oh, please.
Him? That dude?
Yeah, he's
that Rudy Tooty, semi-fresh and fruity looking dude?
Just a really, really, really good looking guy.
I know what she's talking about now. That's one of them pretty dudes. That's one of them pretty brothers.
Stop. We have a caller. You don't want, get wild again.
In the words of Orange Juice Jones, I'm so upset right now. I don't know what to do. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey, good day, Naughty, and good day, Miss Mary Jane.
Good afternoon.
I don't know, so could I say AKA Miss Naughty?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, say that before it's Miss Reggae John Page.
What you do, Naughty?
What'd say?
What they say? You say someone. She say before you get row again. Let's go to the phone line.
Exactly.
What happened?
Because I'm talking bad, but our favorite celebrity actor, who she thinks is the sexiest actor in the world.
We're gonna get to the. That's all.
So check this out. Naughty, you get any friends? You or Mary J have any friends or relatives who either work, live in Jamaica?
Right.
We have friends.
We have friends. I mean, we got it.
We get one association over here named the
Hummingbirds, correct.
Association.com.
Correct.
Yeah. So I know if it's okay, I get a number I could give it if anybody want to reach out to try to assist them, water.
What to do?
Anything.
What to do?
Sparkle. The number is 395. 1921.
Okay.
I forget the lady name, but she's the chairman or the public relation person who's dealing with either raising funds or trying to get the funds to the Jamaican government to see if they can help the people. I really think they need our help.
Listen, man.
They are our brothers and sisters.
They are brothers and sisters.
I would do it while they need it. I don't want to wait. I want to treat them just like how we would treat ourselves.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we...
That's not a problem, Papa. We got that number.
395-1921.
All right, and MJ now...
Tell me something, man. I can't see. I'm blind. I thought that was the next one who Trump helped get off the radio the other day. But this the next one who... I think this is the next one show who saw him be off the radio by January or next one, either on Channel 9, CBS, who do the late night show. I hear him last night because most of the times he's bring on these people and who say the sexiest man in the world and stuff like that. I listened to the man last night who they say is the sexiest man. I can't say I had no one there with me who could see to tell me the questions what I was asking.
No, Papa, you supposed to get my back then and jump up and say, even I could see Naughty is the sexiest man alive.
I know if I jump in. Listen, but so I say to myself, he sound like he one of them smarty boys, like he's a, a geek or something, like smart with glasses. I say, he's a sexy man. I say to myself, like, this guy who's be on CBS normally brings every year or every whatsoever, shows the sexiest man. So I say to myself last night, maybe he look good, maybe he handsome. Then this morning on the news, the reporters on the CBS News and others, them saying, yeah, he's the sexiest man in the world. He's gay. Then they start giving their view, like saying, in other words,
Brought to this conversation today, Papa.
Taking it to the next level.
Papa, it ain't nothing wrong with being that.
Right, Naughty?
Go right ahead.
I say we get male and we get man, right? I don't know if he's the sexiest male alive or the sexiest man. So
well, Papa, you can't argue. They gave Caitlyn Jenner Woman of the Year, and Caitlyn Jenner ain't no woman. So,
that was amazing.
Hey,
that was years ago.
Papa. Listen, Urkel, listening, man. I ain't walking this tightrope no more. I appreciate you, brother. Call me tomorrow.
Thank you, Papa.
Hey,
Jonathan Bailey is
but
handsome,
if that's
but I still
the case,
think it's Reggae John Page.
Reggae John Page.
That's they're both from Bridgerton, by the way.
Man, if they gay, you could go shopping with them all the time and go to lunch. I don't get it. Man, come, let them pick you up. Let them take you out.
Jonathan Bailey, who is handsome, but I maintain that Reggae
man,
is the absolute handsomest.
I always call you the Carmel Carey Bradshaw. They could be your two live Stanford blotches when you go shopping. That'd be awesome. They can carry your bags. And me and Mr. Producer, we can sit in a restaurant in the mall and just drink cold beer and eat wings.
Call before we get round.
And watch sports.
Totally off track.
What real men do. Let's go to the phone lines.
Get on track.
Talking heads.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Naughty, MJ.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, MJ, man, yes, man, the hospital had the best bread in New Providence, man.
I'm hearing about coconut bread and something.
On the bottom floor, they start the whole hospital stink up.
Coconut bread, raisin bread, cinnamon bread.
Someone sent a text and said it was like coconut bread. It was raisin bread. What kind? Tell us what they sold.
White bread. And then they started the wheat bread loaves. They got loaves.
Oh, I love.
And everything that, man.
Man, I missed that.
Yeah, so often when it's hot
and homemade.
Bread.
Yes, I love.
But Naughty, you ever taste a loaf out of rock oven on the island? Like a lady in Exuma, she used to do the bread, rolls in the rock.
I've heard of the rock ovens and all of that, but no,
Yeah,
I never
put the stick in
no.
from the back, add more sticks, say that's for $3.50.
I remember that.
Some, that's for $2.50 if you want.
But you told me a story about when you were a little girl, when you were visiting Megwana, that they cooked.
Yep.
Yeah. And then have some, I can't believe it's not butter on the side of that. When that all that come out, man, look at that batch going on so fast. But MJ, Spurs and Lakers Thursday night.
Oh.
Big game. Big game.
Why are you trying to sell upset in my house? Because the Lakers beat your Heat and the Spurs beat your Heat? You's my boy, but see why I call you a sheethead? Why are you trying to do this to me, brother?
But Naughty, I could do something else to you right now.
I don't know that Reggae John Page is the sexiest man alive. Thank goodness he just broke. They could go shopping all the time.
The most handsome.
Hey, Naughty,
the most
Naughty,
handsome.
I could do something to you right now. You know why George W. Bush was to the game last night on the field too? Because he discovered that the Arizona Cardinals, them had weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, Lord, stop it. Oh, my God, Mom.
Weapons of mass destruction. And the
You was my boy. Muff. You was my boy. Mad love in a purely non-diddy kind of way. But leave the jokes to the professionals, boy. That one corny is all outdoor. I got more corn than cornflake, boy.
Yeah, but why your boy from the coast don't call in, man? Why you don't call in? Boston get doing last night, too. See, they like Cleveland. When they team lose, you don't hear from them. He calling talking about the Dolphins and the Ravens and all that. He can't come calling to talk about this team. Number one in passing. Number one in the run. Number one in the league. Number one in everything. And get blown out. Get look so
but listen.
How you say? They bring Matt Jones down. They're looking like the real Matt Jones and the coach.
Now listen here.
This one right here, Naughty. I can let you
Now listen, hold on. You know why George Bush was there, right?
Why?
You got it incorrect. George Bush was on the field to tell Jerry Jones that today the Cowboys would add some weapons of mass destruction on defense in the form of Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets, all-pro defensive lineman, young, under contract for a couple of years. Micah freaking who? Micah who? Quinnen Williams. We got Kenny Clark. We got Osa. You can't run on us no more. And this ain't about this year. This about next year and the years to come. Great move by Jerry, man. I ain't mad anymore for that.
You know, Phillips glad he got traded to the Eagles too, though. He might end up like Barkley, but he might end up at Ring.
Correct. He may.
But he don't want to leave the Dolphins. They don't mind getting traded from
and
the
I was hoping Jerry would have pulled off Minka Fitzpatrick too and get him to shore up the secondary, but y'all didn't bite. Y'all stood pat. But I was hoping one more would have been Minka.
Yeah, I can end with this. The coach can get me Sunday morning 9 o'clock. But Naughty, boy, I get off too bad Sunday, boy. I get off too dead bad. They tell me if I think that's my garbage juice team with playing. But they send a message to you. They say tell you that's good talking with their pitch works like that. I think that's good with our.
And tell him I could talk stink about him again in a minute, and then on Sunday I could do it all over again too.
I say you're right. They only go in 3 out of 6 in their last 9 games.
Correct.
Have a nice afternoon, man.
Have a good one, man.
All right, Muff. Good stuff.
The Colts play in Germany?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. That's good, though. That's another 9 o'clock game. Like, would we like to get on Sunday morning by the time that went on?
Guten Abend.
Forfenuggen.
Yep.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey.
What's going on, bro?
Hello.
Yeah, but I was trying to get on a little earlier, but I was glad I called to get through. Nah. Yeah, we underestimate the Steelers. But guess what? I know, but get no beats, no Sunday. Now, you can forget that one.
No, but Cole, I got to be honest with you. Having watched Daniel Jones for his entire career in New York playing the Cowboys in the division, Indiana Jones last Sunday got taken out by the Boulder and Danny Dimes showed up. I don't know what happened, but it was like night and day. So I'm hoping that it was the bat off one game for you and that things get back to being things, because I would hate to think
we might lose that one, and we might lose one more.
I hate man, see, but I don't want y'all to be
losing no Sunday.
I don't want y'all to be pretenders instead of contenders. You got a 7-2 record, you're looking good, but now is when we realize if you're a pretender or a contender. So now is when y'all got to lay some lumber and prove that it's wrong, that y'all could run the football and throw the football and do what you need to do. But y'all traded for Sauce Gardner today from the Jets. So that's a great move. That solidifies the defense even more. Your defense was starting to play good ball. Y'all hold your head. Y'all can make a run. But y'all got to step up and beat some good teams.
Now he's talking about Boston. Now, I can be the first one to admit, Boston can't hold the stamina. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, right? But they hardly got no big man.
Well, you know, you my friend, you call here all the time. You one of the A1s from day one caller, but I can be honest with you. You got sense in baseball. We allow you in football because you're the lone coach I know next to
my
Marcellus Hall and to my brother-in-law Jared. It's the only 3 of y'all who pull for the Colts. That's fine.
No, there's Trevor Bergzog too.
Yeah, but that's your boy, Pearly. That ain't our boy. But he's we'll put him in at M4. Okay, but listen. I mean, when it come down to and Pearly's in, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Say good afternoon, Pearly.
Hey, Pearly.
Good afternoon, everybody. Wonderful night last night. Oh, we're not talking about last night. We're talking about the Colts. Okay, sorry.
We're talking about the Colts. And now I had a question, and Pearly, of course, it slipped my mind completely.
Yes.
Oh, the Celtics. Yes. But thank you, Pearly. That your Laker them rubbed off. Correct. Listen, as far as your Celtics go, you get no sympathy for me. In full new Laker ownership who can get rid of LeBron, that's good for you, Green Leprechaun, Johnny Most, Tommy Heinsohn suckers. Don't worry, give us a year, give us an off season, and we coming to tie you at 18 and pass you for 19.
Now, we take this from me. I call in your Godspell. I can call you Monday. Monday, the Colts will be winning. I know second guess.
And listen, you're a Celtic fan.
Remember I tell you if it goes 7, you always go in. Remember I said that.
Yep, it's true. You did tell Pearly if it goes 7, you always go win.
Yeah, I tell him that.
Yeah,
all right.
You did. That's right. You did.
I did tell you. I said I go 7, you all go. I don't predict wrong.
But here's something for you, man. Here's a little gift from me, Pearly, and MJ to you. We know you're a long-time Boston Celtic fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
When the Celtics aren't playing, what I suggest you do is watch the Lakers. Because sometimes they have 3 to 4 white boys on the court at the same time, and that might be a flashback to when you used to have Cousy, 4 white boys running around on that side of the court at the same time.
No, you're going too far back. That's when they had Larry Bird, Danny Ainge,
Greg Kite, and Greg Kite. 4 right there. And if you threw Jerry Shishting in at the point guard, it was 5 white boys on the court.
Hey, let me make
and
this
then
comment.
What the point guard was named? Dennis? Oh, crap. What his name was?
Dennis Johnson, the late, great Dennis Johnson.
Yeah. He had so many freckles.
Who looked like Red Snapper Cousin. He looked like Red Snapper Cousin.
So wrong.
But he was good, though.
He was good.
The only black man he had in there was Robert Parrish. He always looked angry, so I know
the
he was
Chief.
black.
And I'll always be a fan of the Chief, man. The Chief, for multiple reasons, he was a great player. But let me tell you something. The Chief mailed 2 pounds of marijuana to himself, got busted with the mail and said he didn't know who Robert Parrish was. He spelled his name differently. They had the name written incorrectly on the package. And he said, that's for Roberto Parrish. I'm Robert Parrish. That's not mine.
Hey, let me make this comment because I try to get this in there. Why we feel the government doing a favor when they pave the road, right? You know, every gallon of gas, $1.60 come out of that.
Yep.
Right? Which
Nope,
you think that's supposed to be for?
We know.
Road maintenance.
All right then. And that's one part of it. We pay license to be on the road for the cars. And all that to be for road maintenance.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why we always feel like, oh, this is a favor they doing when they pave the road? I have a problem with that.
I have a major problem with that as well. You ain't by yourself. You get company.
These roads supposed to be better kept than it's kept. That's the
They should never have to come and tell us they paved the roads. We should know the road's always good. You know,
the road's supposed to be good. They ain't doing no favor when they do that. That's what the taxes go for. But they always doing like, oh, we doing this favor and we this and that. If they do the job, like I always say, hire the people, they would get the road work done. But no, they would give out money to the conies and things, and that's why he's being this dilemma. Golden Eyes Road and things, they have been paid for mighty long years. They come pay all the taxes people pay. Huh? But anyhow.
Good stuff, man. I appreciate you as always, man.
And that's a language thing, right? Like we've talked about that, the language we use to describe certain things. That's why we say, oh, the government. Well, no, it's taxpayer money. And I think if we started framing it more like that in our minds and in our conversations, we'd recognize that they're not doing us a favor because we're paying for this.
All right, Texter, no worries. And I should have mentioned it earlier, but yeah, www.energybahamas.com. You get all the information on there.
Yes.
And you can see all the smoothies that we were talking about. All right.
They have so many.
Hi, Naughty and MJ. Is the PLP candidate in a trance? He speaks at their rally and condemns his own party, and now he just realized what he's done?
Misspeak.
misspoke, but then that should make him a good PLP as far as this administration goes, because they are rife. They have led the history of this country and misspeaks as far as a political organization.
I mean, I get it, but because he's new to this, electoral.
No,
let me finish, Pearly. But he's a senator for 4 years. He's a senator. I said earlier, he's a senator. Like, he's been sitting as a senator for 4 years. How are you making this mistake?
All right, Texter, I'm going to read this, and obviously, MJ, this is one of your female, fans.
Read it.
Naughty,
don't be hating now.
No, if you didn't have the hospital bread, you're not a Bahamian. Listen, it was to die for. You didn't even have to butter it. MJ.
Real talk.
Reggae Jean Page is fire.
Yes,
Lord have mercy. He is easy on the eyes.
He is like.
And I looking at this picture.
Oh, he's
and I ain't
so
gonna lie.
handsome. He's very lucky. He's a lucky guy.
I look at this picture and I say, all right, first of all, I have to be diplomatic because he's part of the light skin fraternity.
He's not really he's brown.
When I look at him now,
his name is Reggae John Page. He played Chicken George in the updated version of Roots a couple of years ago, and he's exceedingly handsome.
I will be honest with you.
He's exceedingly
He's
gorgeous.
the kind of dude that any red-blooded, full 100% Bahamian male would look at and say, "Boy, he's soft, eh?
So
he looks soft, eh?
Hated.
You're
hating.
You see it, right?
Butters, you too, Pearly.
Pull it out. And
boy, there's some hating. You too, Mr. Producer. You shake your head too. Oh my.
He like
haters.
a Steph Curry to bring something to the light-skinned nation, an equation for the last 3 years to come.
All y'all hating on Reggae.
He can age bad.
Oh, wow.
He can look like an old Greek sponge in the 70s that they pull up from Porter's Key.
Now he can age bad. Oh, this is some next level.
He can look wrinkly and whop up, man.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, when I
He's
see fellas
37.
like this, I Google and ask, are they gay?
Oh, y'all are
well, that's the only saving grace, because if he is, MJ could go shopping with him all the time. Papa called in and said he did the fact check. So.
No, but he isn't. He's talking about the one who won this year, which is Jonathan Bailey, who's also on Bridgerton, right? He is
Jonathan Bailey?
Yeah, Jonathan Bailey.
He's on Bridgerton?
And so so is
I know him, yeah. He was pretty good in that.
Yes, he was. He's very good.
Man, I could look at him in this white suit and see, man. Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey, is he
British?
He's British.
Hold on. There's always been a saying. Anyway.
Very, very handsome, right? He is. But so is Reggae. Like, don't hate on him. Talking about he's soft.
Right, I'm going to let it slide, but if these two ever in a movie together, jokes for days while you watch that movie.
They've been in the show together, Bridgerton.
All right, but we got to watch that now as I get some popcorn tonight just to get off.
I love Reggae. I think he's such a great actor.
Are you prepared? I'll watch it with you, but are you prepared for the get-offs?
And he was nominated for playing Chicken George in Roots. He did a good job.
Man, listen, he couldn't even come close to Lou Gossett Jr. as far as Chicken George goes, boy.
Pure hating. We got callers. You don't want to get wrong.
Yeah.
And you know what? And guess what? He's in an interracial relationship with a guy by the name of Emily Brown.
You doing the full background check on the band now, Pearly. What's wrong with y'all?
What happened?
Y'all some pure haters.
What happened, Pearly?
Seen nothing like this. He's British.
I want all the black women out there to get upset. He's an interracial
I know that's why you're doing it, to try to set a little bit of haters.
Who in an interracial relationship?
He's talking about Reggae. He's British.
Reggae in an interracial relationship?
Oh my God.
With a man or a woman?
Her name is Emily Brown. Emily Brown is her name.
This is some next
level.
Well,
at least he like woman.
I
Okay.
have never seen this level of hating. Well, Mother's Pearly. Wow. We got callers. Oh.
And taking nothing from them. I'm sure they're great actors and all of that good stuff, but we just having a laugh today. Talking heads.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
It's always nice to hear you, MJ.
Thank you so much.
But I like when you come on too.
Thank you so much.
I just have one thing to say regarding the potential politician who misspoke.
Yes.
You know, the Bible say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Okay?
Yep.
So he only spoke what was in his heart. It's not a misspoken. It is what was there.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I agree with you because he wasn't really lying. He was telling the truth, right?
Yes,
Thank you so much.
MJ.
Yeah. Let's get to
and you know, I was only talking from my heart when I say Reggae John Page looks soft.
Could you leave him alone?
That's all.
Oh my gosh. Talking heads.
Good afternoon, Noddy and MJ.
Good afternoon. And Pearly. Pearly's here.
No, I got something to say to Pearly.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Congratulations, Pearly, on your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Thank you very much, my brother. You're a good man.
Pearly, when you heard the word in Chris.
A little while.
You know, I expected the Dodgers being Andrews drinking coconut water. You know.
They may soon be here.
You knew the Blue Jays manager better than I did. And if I was part of the Blue Jays management team, I would lock him in a room with no internet, no TV, and just Billy Martin tapes. Okay?
But you know something? A lot of people didn't expect him to get that far in it. They thought the Dodgers would have, I think Naughty thought that too, would have walk over them. But they played well. They played well.
I can't do that to him, man, because he gets managed bad. Jesus, man.
No, I don't think so. I think he made some good moves to get there.
Yeah,
I mean,
he made good moves, man.
Give me two. Give me two bad moves you think he made in Game 7.
Okay, that's not even Game 7. Let's go back to the third, the fourth game when he allowed Tani to hit to a 2-run and 2 double before he walked him. Yeah, that was a bad move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in game 1, 2. In game 1, 2, and 3.
He should have been on Blue Hill. We were playing golf, but all the body deep should have been in the date. Okay? That had got them. Okay, that one. Then also you had to run on first and third with nobody out. Come on, man. You got to try something.
Yeah, but he tried. The fella popped up to Mookie, and then it was a double play.
Okay. Anyway, buddy, congratulations, buddy. You did well.
Thank you, my brother. All right.
No 2 straight, but anyhow.
Hey, and guess what? The Dodgers free up $100 million. So don't be surprised if it don't be 3 straight next year.
No. You can't do far.
Whoa.
Now listen, you got Kershaw money off the table. Kershaw money off the table. Chris Taylor money off the table. Austin Barnes money off the table. And Conforto money off the table. That's over $120 million of money off the table.
Pitches, okay? So don't. Yeah, the Yankees got to go to the pitches. So don't take without 3 straight. Be coming back.
Let him know.
Oh, man.
I think it.
Good stuff, caller. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll continue the conversation right here on Talking Heads. The Tuesday, November 4th edition of Heads continues right after this. Caller, I see you. We'll get to you right out of the break.
So me tell you that they love you, but they got an ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame. And let me tell you that they need you, but they got an ulterior motive. Personality.
Ooh, it's closer. If you set people's seats on edge every time you step on the brakes, it's time you visit Muffler World on Mackey Street. They can take your brake rotors off, and if there's anything left, machine them shiny. Then their technicians will install new pads, and before you know it, you'll be able to stop without people calling social service on you. I know they're trying to hit my car. Children in the car. Muffler World can replace the whole package, including hoses, master cylinders, and more. For first-class brake work, stop by Muffler World on Mackey Street. Open Saturdays 8 till noon.
Transform your home for less at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale now through Wednesday, December 24th. Enjoy 25% off house and spray size, except on net items. Our wide selection of paint colors is the perfect way to bring holiday cheer to your home. You'll also find the best selection of brushes, rollers, pans, glue, ladders, paint thinner, and more. So catch the holiday spirit and paint up for Christmas at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale, going on now through December 24th.
There is a new king in town, and the only place to find him is at Burger King Nassau. Introducing the Cheesy Ring King, featuring 2 juicy flame grilled beef patties, stacked with American cheese, crisp bacon, sweet barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and the crown jewel. 3 golden mozzarella rings, served on a soft, buttery brioche bun. It's bigger, it's better, and it's cheesier. Want just cheese rings? They're available as a side too. Get the Cheesy Ring King at any of Burger King Nassau's 7 locations. Available for a limited time only.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
If you come from the island, you know nothing is more important than family. I am Brian Brown, and the people of Golden Isles are my family. I'm proud to serve my neighbors and friends. I'm asking for your vote to be your next MP. I believe in showing up all the time, not just election time. So on November 24th, vote F&M because this time around, we are going with Brian Brown.
Paid for by the Free National
You're
Movement.
listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
So me tell you that they love you, but they got that ulterior motive. Oh, what they say. And if me tell you that they need you, but they got that ulterior motive.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, November 4th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. along with Mary Jane, along with her, the Pearl. We talking sports. And let's get this caller out of the way, and then we're jumping heads.
Yes, good evening, MJ, Naughty, and of course, Pearly. Listen.
Good evening.
I don't want y'all Dodgers talking for no 3 straight. Y'all ain't never do that. The last person to do that was the New York Yankees.
Let them know that.
Ain't no 3 straight. I congratulate you and you win, Pearly. Congratulations there. Forget about a 3-peat. That's not happening.
You tell me forget about
because we're doing a whole lot of things right now in the off season. The Yankees coming back bigger and better.
Let them know. Let them know.
Bigger and better.
Hold on.
We start ours early. We ain't wasting no time. You can see. Just wait and see in the next 2 weeks. Some things is right in the pop line because I pay attention to every detail, as you know. He's Dodger Blue. I'm Yankee. I'm a Yankee.
So why y'all ain't extend Josh Chisholm yet? And I hear him through the grapevine, y'all ain't extend him to sometime in the season and y'all can get jam up because that lockout in next year after December next year when the lockout come, y'all can jam yourself because you only haven't extended him yet.
I agree with you, MJ. Pearly has been a real hater today. He's been a real hater. He's that guy.
But he knows quite well that Josh Chisholm going to get a contract. I don't know what he's talking about. That's going to happen. And this before December, Josh Chisholm will have contract with the
So you telling me by the winter meeting?
No question about it. He's not going nowhere. The Yankees, we're not foolish to allow another team. We think better than that, Pearly. The only problem is managerial. The managers are a problem.
Yeah,
that's a big problem.
For sure.
But other than that, the Yankees could be back bigger and better. I trust me.
The checkbook coming out, man.
I can start wearing 28 on my back in another week or 2.
All right. Sound like a plan. You know? Yes. Once I see what they do in the off season, I'll start wearing 28 myself.
Yes, sir.
I can tell you one thing.
Have a good one.
Good one, caller. Have a good one.
That caller tell me the Dodgers wasn't a repeat and the Yankees going to be in the World Series this year. So I ain't listening to nothing he said.
I mean, it was a close call, though.
He trust me several times when he called me on a Thursday. So I ain't listening to that.
Does Shohei speak English, Pearly? Serious question.
He speaks. No, he actually speaks. He can have a little conversation like in the dugout, like, hey, that's a good hit, thank you, the stuff like that. But in terms of having an interview, he needs an interpreter's help because some words he may not be able to pronounce in English. So stuff like that. I know the joke you go into.
I didn't even go in there. I can leave it alone. I promise.
He doesn't speak great English. He can speak some English and a little Spanish, but he can't speak.
I could be a hater too, though. I could because Shohei, oh boy.
I beg to differ because when the Dodgers were in the playoffs, I think they were playing the Milwaukee Brewers, or they had just beat the Milwaukee Brewers, waiting for the World Series to start. Shohei Ohtani attended a Los Angeles Rams game in Los Angeles. He was on the sideline. I know it was him because when I saw it, I said, boy, that's a fresh New Balance jacket, fresh New Balance. Oh, that's Ohtani.
Uh-huh.
And then I proceeded to watch him stand up and hail not 1, not 2, but 3 Los Angeles Rams coaches, including Todd McVay. And he slapped McVay 5. They dapped up and he talked to him in English.
No interpreter?
No interpreter. And it was more than a couple of words. It was more than a couple of words.
It wasn't nothing big. He could have limited conversations with them. It's not. See, but you know what? Why don't you explain to me that cut behind your Cowboys game last night?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get to that. Hold on. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Okay. So you mean to tell me Ohtani knows enough English to read and knows enough English to speak where he could say, "Oh, Southside of Sushi. Go back door and correct royalty check from Dodger for $700 million.
Not doing that.
You could joke all you want. The man was the National League Championship Series MVP and got two.
Pearly.
But he got back-to-back championships and probably been his fourth
Listen,
MVP.
I will defend Shohei. I defended Shohei when they tried to say some stuff last week. You would have been proud of me, Pearly. I did because I like Shohei, but honestly, I that little English thing with that game, that's a long game he running, boy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
He can do it, but to be safe and to make sure that he doesn't, pronounce wrong. They have an interpreter for the interviews, but he can get through and he can manage. Just like I could go to Cuba and I can manage. My Spanish will be limited.
Right.
Not like Naughty, you could be fluent. I could get through. I could order food. I could say things. I could order, stuff like that. But
the way you done butchered up them Latino baseball players' names, but I doubt that. I don't know.
Did that go, Naughty?
I suggest you keep Google Translate close on your phone. Let AI back you up just in case.
I have the translation app on my phone to make sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Smart man.
All right, now what I want you to do, because you made a comment about my Cowboys. I want you to sit your two-time World Series Dodger behind, back-to-back Dodger behind on. You sitting down?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. In the words of The Rock, I mean no disrespect when I say this, though, but before this rant, know your role, shut your mouth. Here we go. I don't care what you tell me about the debacle that I witnessed on Monday Night Football with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care. You can't hurt me. The defense sucks. Me, you, and 9 drunk dudes from Chippenham could have scored 20 points on the Cowboys defense last night, okay? I'm not even worried about that. But you see, weeping only lasts for the night. Joy cometh in the morning.
Oh, Lord.
And for a 7th-round pick that we were disposable of because we had extras, we got Logan Wilson, the linebacker from Cincinnati. A lot of people say, he got benched. No. Cincinnati sucks for a reason. They're pushing 2 younger players that they drafted. They want to get rid of the money, so they're trying to make Logan Wilson look bad. He's their best linebacker. 4 straight years of over 100 tackles, sacks, pass deflections. Perfect against the run, could drop back in coverage. Great pickup for a 7th-round pick. Wait, there's more. We added the best defensive player on the New York Jets and potentially the best defensive tackle in the league in the form of one Quinnen Williams, who is young, who is a stud, and under contract for 2 more years. And we have the financial availability in the future with reworking contracts to re-sign him in the future when it becomes necessary. So now we have Kenny Clark, who came over in that linebacker who used to play for Penn State trade. We got Izzy Gadua, and of course, you can't run on us no more. That middle pocket is going to put pressure on the quarterback. The edges are going to rush in. As a Raku, the steal that we got in the 2nd round. Old Man River, Jadeveon Clowney, who found the youth for this year work. We got draft picks, and guess what we got Quinnen Williams for? Jerry put on the gun and the mask, rolled in like Clint Eastwood, and robbed them High Plains Drifter style. We got Quinnen Williams, the best defensive tackle in the league, for a 2nd-round pick this year's draft. Mozzie Smith, who was hot smoking garbage, and a 2027 1st-round pick that we got in the linebacker who used to play for Penn State trade. So I could say Micah freaking who? I don't care. Say what you want this year about my Cowboys. Next year, after the draft, and in the future, we are going to have a defense that can at least get off the field to go with that offense, and y'all going to have to hear my stinking mouth. But until then, I'm going to remain quiet. I'm going to remain chill.
Breathe.
I'm going to watch it play out. I'm going to watch it play out, and I'm going to stay quiet. And when next year comes, it's going to be a problem. And if we catch lightning in the bottle this year and so happen to mess around and make the playoffs, I'm going to be that guy, Pearly.
All right, Pearly. The floor is yours.
Now, can you help me explain something to me? I understand. That's fine.
One more thing, Pearly.
Oh, no.
I didn't take the 4th round this year and the 5th round next year for Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's why your stinking Dolphins could stay in the pond, at the bottom of the pond, with the pond scum that you are. But anyway, never mind. Go ahead.
Let's try this again. Floor is yours, Pearly.
I would not have taken a 4th round for Mika. I don't blame them for that. The Denver Broncos didn't want to give us a 1st round. I'm upset with the Dolphins because they made one move. What the hell does that mean? You pick up 1 3rd-round pick, so now we get 10 picks next year. And you see what the Jets did? The Jets.
Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, they cleaned house.
Yeah, but so the Jets tanking and they're gonna have picks next year, and the year after they have 2 first-round picks next year.
Pearly, no, Pearly. Let me tell you. Go ahead, MJ. Caller, I see you. I'll get you in a second. Well, let's get to the call, and Pearly, I'll pull up the actual deal. Talking Heads.
Yeah, I only want to say 2 things, and then I hang up and listen. I want you guys touch on the VJ game against Chicago Bulls tonight. Bulls looking like the 96-98 Bulls, and Pearly did say, boy, they better win Game 6. If they win Game 6, Game 7 is a toss-up. And Pearly, I know Danny can speak English that good.
Very well.
Hey, touch on that Bulls game tonight with VJ. But
that Bulls gonna be an entertaining game with a lot of young stars in there. So it's definitely something you should watch.
Yeah, all right, y'all touch on that.
One thing I'm going to tell you about the NBA, and I'm not worrying, but they got 76 more games to play. Too early to call them the 96 or 94, 95 Bulls. Ain't nothing happening.
Pearly, I just want to let you know something, though. Look at this haul that the New York Jets got. First-round pick, their own first-round pick. They have the Indianapolis Colts first-round pick. Okay? They got their own...
This would be a top... 25, 29, 30, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
anyway,
they got the second round pick, their own second round pick in the 2026 draft, and Dallas second round pick in the 2026 draft.
Which would be probably 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. And then in 2027, they have the first round pick of the New York Jets, the first round pick of the Dallas Cowboys, the first round pick of the Indianapolis Colts. The Jets are going to get better quick, fast, and in a hurry, depending on what they do with the picks.
And the Patriots, you told me today, quiet as kept, is the best team right now, right?
One of the best brackets in football. It's 7-2.
So the Dolphins have, that division is
and that's what kind of got me upset. I was like, the Patriots, they came from nowhere. They built into a dynasty. They fell off, and it took Jerry 30 years to rebuild that Cowboy dynasty, and it took maybe 4 or 5 years for Kraft them to rebuild in New England.
This team right now.
So, yeah.
Listen to me carefully. The Colts are doing what they're supposed to. They're playing a fourth place
schedule
record. They're beating up on teams that just as crappy. Let's see after when they finish. There'll be a different story.
Points.
All right, Pearly. We got to get to the picks. And a texter just chimed in and said, Naughty, please ask Pearly, should the owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers and Lakers buy the Miami Dolphins? Maybe then we will see a whole change. Yeah,
for real.
All right, let's.
Brian Ross got to go. Ross is making no sense as the owner of the Dolphins. He remind me of Jerry right now. This one but Jerry made some moves here, so I have to take that away. He look like he's just interested in making all that money.
Correct. All right, let's get through these picks. NBA tonight, we got the Bucks 5-2 on the road against the Raptors 3-4. Toronto is a 3.5-point favorite. Give me the Bucks plus the 3.5 in this one.
Yeah, me too.
Magic on the road against the Hawks. Both teams are 3-4. Orlando a 3.5-point favorite. If I got to pick the two teams, give me the Magic and the money line. These two play tight all the time.
I take the Magic because Trey is out, right? He's hurt. He's
correct.
For the season, right? Or he took 6 weeks, I think. So I'll take the Magic.
76ers and the Bulls 5-1 each. Chicago 1.5-point favorite because they're at home. I like this. Listen, the Bulls have played very well in and so have the Sixers in this one. And I'm gonna take the over of 240 because I think they'll both score 120 points each in this game. Points are gonna go up. But I'm going to lean with my heart now and say, give me the 1.5 with VJ. But this going to be a tight game. So to play it safe, I take the over. But since the Sixers are getting 1.5, take the 1.5 with VJ and that backcourt of VJ and Maxey. I think they'll keep them in the game.
I'm going to take the Sixers to the 1.5.
Hornets taking on the Pelicans. Hornets 3-4. Pelicans 0-6, and they got injuries. I'll take the Hornets in this one by the money line to keep it safe.
Yeah, the Pelicans are 2.5-point favorites. I'll take the Hornets. I'll take the Hornets and the points.
Suns 3-4 on the road against the Warriors 4-3. Warriors 9.5-point favorites. The Suns played a tough game last night, coming off a back-to-back. To play it safe, I take the Warriors in the money line. But you could gamble and say take the Warriors minus the 9.
I agree. The Suns should be a little fatigued, but I'll take the Warriors in the money line. But if you're feeling greedy or you're feeling a little lucky, I'll take them on the points as well.
Thunder 7-0 against the Clippers 3-3. Thunder 7.5-point favorites. I think the Thunder could win this game by 8 points, so I'll roll the dice and say give me the Thunder minus the 8, minus the 7.
Something makes me believe this is the upset of the day. I'm going to take the Clippers in the money line.
All right, there you go.
No, I take the Clippers in the points. All right, there you go.
All right, that's a wrap, Pearly.
Before we go, Naughty, I just wanted to say this. I had a touching phone call last night. Two people were talking, and this lady said that she don't watch sports, but not until she started listening to Pearly and Naughty at 5 o'clock.
Listen.
She's tuned to listen to Pearly, and was really the lady's daughter who died in Panama. I had the opportunity to speak to her last night, and she was just talking to me to tell her that we're all praying for her, and I was able to make her smile, and she says she listens to us every day at 5 o'clock when she gets off. She's jones to hear Pearly and Naughty talk sports. And she doesn't like
right now. She says she jones to hear Naughty and Pearly talk sports, but you had to switch that around.
No, she used the word Pearly and Naughty. I'd send you the person said Pearly first. Give me some credit, dog.
Deepest condolences to the
you
family.
done won 2 World Series championships.
The whole point about it is that she said she learned a lot of sports from us, but the whole thing about the conversation what she's going through, I was able to make her smile, and I told her that on Earl, Pearly, Naughty, MJ, the whole crew, Chris, all of us are praying for her. On behalf of our listeners, we're all praying for her.
And rightfully so. And like I say, I was just pulling your leg there with that just now.
I know.
I appreciate that sentiment, Pearly.
Naughty, that made my night. I was able to talk to her. That really made my night.
That's what you do radio for. And when you do good radio, you impact people's lives, and they impact yours. And I just want to say, and MJ says, so I'm going to let her say her piece.
My deepest condolences to the family.
To the
Thompson family.
The Thompson family. My thoughts in my there, but for the grace of God, you are I. So I can only imagine what you're going through, but I'm praying for you. I'm keeping you in my thoughts, in my prayers. And to know that you enjoy the show and to know that you talk sports, I will make sure I bring my A Sports game every day just to make sure that you are well entertained. I am humble. I'm grateful that you listen. I am so sorry for your loss. I truly am. And my wife, MJ, I'm going to let her share her own sentiments right now.
Yeah, no, I feel...
We are praying for you.
As a mom, I can only begin to imagine what that family's going through right now. When I heard the news over the weekend, I think as many of us did, we were shocked and saddened. And right now, I think the Thompson family needs to feel the love of this nation. Like, they need to feel our support because what they've gone through is every parent's absolute worst nightmare. So it saddens me that they are experiencing this right now. But I am happy to hear what you said, Pearly, which is that you were able to bring, a little smile, a little bit of joy. And I just
that felt so good. That really felt good. I was able to do that,
Should feel good. And you should be, I'm very proud of that. But our deepest condolences to the Thompson family. We will keep you in our thoughts and our prayers.
Amen, amen.
For MJ, for Pearly, for Mr. Producer, this is your boy Naughty. Thank you for joining us today for Talking Heads. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads. 4 to 6 right here on Guardian Radio. Be safe going home, Bahamas. And remember, put a prayer up for the Thompson family.
Indeed.
And put one up for the Bahamas at the same time. Amen.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads.
Okay, brother. Take care, MJ.
Some wrong by you, So they want to treat you like Butu. 7 days a week, you try to make the 2 ends meet. It's not so sweet, still they got me there, and then skin them teeth.
What happens when your faves team up? You get an original Asiago Bacon Club. Enjoy the iconic taste of KFC's 11 herbs and spices with a bite into KFC's original recipe chicken filet, layered with Asiago cheese, crisp lettuce, tomato, bacon, our signature ranch, all on a golden brioche bun. KFC's original Asiago Bacon Club is made fresh, made right, available only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
Some people come and go, Others work for you every single day, whether through free classes for students or programs for the elderly. We've been building golden eyes for years, while others waited for their time to shine. I'm Brian Brown, and I know it is something you earned. On November 24th, vote F&M, because this time around, we're going with Brian Brown.
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West.